Dinosaurs did not fart themselves to death, and I'm about to prove that. Howdo, dearest viewer, and welcome back to my little corner of the YouTubes. I am your gentle host, Mr. Jones. Thank you very much for joining me. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe, etc., etc. If you really like it, please consider sending me a crate of San Miguel lagers. That would be much appreciated. Thank you. I'm only joking. Anyway, back to today's video. Today's video features Matt Powell. Yes, I heard you groaning, and I am very, very sorry. But it's not my fault. He pumps out the stupid like an arterial bleed. He thinks that evolutionary theory... Oh, I'm just going to let him explain it.
So dinosaurs gassed themselves into extinction. Again, sauropod dinosaurs, they think they actually passed a little too much there.
Yes, I did try warning you. He thinks that evolutionary theory teaches that dinosaurs gas themselves to death. I will admit I did address this briefly in another video, and I said it was a theory. I didn't realise at that time, because I didn't do enough research, I didn't delve into it deep enough, but on this video I have done. But in the previous video I didn't do, and I didn't realise at that time it was all bollocks. So, so I'm going to read the scientific paper that the three British scientists that he says gas, dinosaurs gassed, etc., etc. I'm going to read that paper a bit later on. But first, I reached out to some celebrity friends of mine, and I asked them the question: do you think that dinosaurs farted themselves into extinction? The first celebrity chum that I called upon was one Miss Scarlett Johansson. I caught her at a bad time, I think, because her car had just broken down. But anyway, I asked her the question: Scarlett, the sexiest woman on the planet, did dinosaurs fart themselves into extinction?
No!
I reached out to another celebrity friend of mine who had a good time in the backseat of a car, and then had a bad time on the back end of a boat, and then had an even worse time floating on a wardrobe door. But despite all that, I asked Kate Winslet this: did dinosaurs really fart themselves into extinction?
No!
No need to shout, Kate. I mean, come on. Being a massive fan of music like I am, I have some friends in the music industry. Now, these guys formed a little rock group in the late 60s, early 70s, and I went a bit radio gaga for this. So I asked Queen this very simple question: did dinosaurs really fart themselves into extinction? Hey, thanks guys for doing that in harmony for me. Thank you, thank you. Checks in the post. Now, being a fan of space and space exploration, I called on an alien friend of mine. Now, this friend of mine, he lost a fight with a lightsaber and got his eyebrows singed off because he got a bit too close to a river of molten rock. So I called on Darth Vader himself, the Dark Lord of the Jiff, and I asked him, DV, did dinosaurs really fart themselves into extinction? So, thank you, DV, and thank you to all my celebrity friends who contributed to the making of this video. I thank you all from the heart of my bottom. Had you fooled, didn't I? Had you fooled? They didn't really contribute, but any excuse to get Scarlett Johansson into one of my videos. There you go. Sexiest woman on the planet. Anyway, back to the topic. Yes. He really believes this stuff, He really believes that evolutionary theory teaches that, as well as coming from a rock, Mhm. He thinks that the theory of evolution teaches that dinosaurs gas themselves into extinction. And as this actual footage shows, these dinosaurs are not farting. They are not even breaking wind. We're just going to have a quick look. I've taken a screenshot of Matt Powell's video, and this is the evidence that he uses to convince people that the theory of evolution teaches that dinosaurs gas themselves to death. So we're going to have a quick look. This is the headline because he's a headline reader, and I must admit, like I said before, I didn't do enough research, and I thought this was just a theory, and like I said before, it's all bollocks. So we're going to look at an article that I picked up from the Smithsonian Mag. It's an online magazine, an online science magazine, I believe. We're going to have a quick look at that. Media blows hot air about dinosaur flatulence. A new study claims dinosaur farts contributed to prehistoric climate change, but don't believe reports that they gassed themselves to death. And I've taken another little screenshot from the same article. I'm going to put the link in the description below so you can go and check that out at your own leisure. So you know I am not lying. Anyway, this is what they say. The new research relies on a stack of assumptions and is at best a rough model. We don't know what the gut flora of sauropods was like, therefore we don't know whether they farted at all. And small mammalian herbivores such as rabbits and guinea pigs are unlikely to be the best models for sauropod emissions. Living dinosaurs and their cousins aren't much help here. Modern avian dinosaurs don't fart. And I think Mrs. Jones would say something along the lines of, well, I wish Mr. Jones wouldn't fucking fart either. But there you go. Anyway, and I haven't seen any research on whether crocodilians, the closest living cousins of dinosaurs as a whole, produce methane-rich eruptions. One last little paragraph from the same Smithsonian Mag, which says, Fox News, this is Matt Powell's source of information. Fox News led off with dinosaurs may have farted themselves into extinction, according to a new study from British scientists. Wrong right out of the gate. Wilkinson and co-authors didn't say a thing about dinosaur extinction in their paper, not to mention that the idea doesn't make any sense. Now, I have read the paper by those three British scientists, and I tend to agree. Nowhere in there does it say that dinosaurs farted themselves into extinction. It doesn't even imply that. It just implies climate change, and that's all. And I'm going to show you the summary of those three British scientists that Matt Powell claims that dinosaurs farted themselves into extinction. I'm going to show the summary from those three scientists right now. So, as promised, the link to the full paper is in the description below, so please go and check that out. It goes into an awful lot of detail, but I'm just going to read the summary for you, and you tell me, does it say that dinosaurs gassed themselves into extinction, or does it even imply that dinosaurs gas themselves into extinction? Here we go. Summary. Hey, I flipped myself. Good, excellent. Mesozoic sauropods, like many modern herbivores, are likely to have hosted microbial methanogenic symbionts for the fermentative digestion of the plant food. I can't speak, me today. Today, methane from livestock is a significant component of the global methane budget. Sauropod methane emission would probably also have been considerable. Here we use a simple quantitative approach to estimate the magnitude of such methane production and show that the production of the greenhouse gas, methane, by sauropods could have been an important factor in warm Mesozoic climates. Now, you tell me, where in that summary does it say that dinosaurs may have gassed themselves into extinction? You tell me. Answers on a postcard or in the comments below. So, there we go. The idea, Matt Powell's idea that the dinosaurs gassed themselves into extinction, completely demolished. absolutely destroyed. And I used the 3 scientists that he says that dinosaurs gas themselves into extinction. I used the article against him, and I went and did some research. So, Matt, will you do the right thing and admit your mistake? Admit you were wrong. Censor your videos or censor your previous videos and not mention anything about dinosaurs gassing themselves to death in future videos. That would be wonderful. But judging by your apparent level of narcissism and your enormous ego, I'm guessing you won't do that. And I know for a fact that your enormous ego will command you to watch this video. So I urge you, Matt, you to check out the links in the description below and, you know, and give them a good read. Like I said, I've read that paper by the 3 British scientists that you claim that dinosaurs farted themselves to death, and nowhere in that paper does it say or even imply that dinosaurs farted themselves to death. So Matt, what are the 2 words I'm looking for? Stop it. So all done, dusted and destroyed. So please join me on next week's Wacky Wednesday video, where I'll be back to making fun of some flat earth stupidity. So please like, share and subscribe, and make sure Matt Powell sees this video. Thank you and see ya.